All right, what is good, everybody? Welcome to the Spiritual War Room. We're going to do a world news poll. We're going to look into the conflict between Israel and Iran. So, Iran sends drones, gives the United States, gives everyone a heads up that they're going to do this, okay? They send everything. They send all these drones. Of course, they get shot down, right? Iran doesn't plan on really striking Israel. It's more like symbolic, right? Like, hey, stop playing, right? So, the fact that Iran didn't strike back, and like a surprise strike move, like they didn't do that. It says a lot about just the message, okay? Just the message. Look, we're not trying to escalate things, but we're not playing either. Israel feels some kind of way and feels like they need to strike back. But I get this energy of, when, you're, kind of like, you're dealing with a child and you're telling them no, like what you did was bad, and they're really angry, right? And they want to hit you, but they know they're not supposed to. So like you can see the wheels in their head turning, like the look in their eyes, says it all. That my impulse wanted to hit, but I know I'm not supposed to, but they still swing, but they kind of just tap you. They don't really hit hard. It's it's kind of like that. That's the kind of energy I got from Israel. They got mad. They wanted to hit, but they didn't really hit hard, right? So, now it seems like Iran is going to just kind of, let it be. And I think that's wise. I think a lot of people think that's wise. Just let this fizzle out. Everybody kind of calm down for a minute, because, even though this tit for tat has been kind of comical, it can have serious consequences, right? So we're going to look into this. We're going to get a message for Israel and then a message for Iran. We're going to look into how does each side intend on moving forward. We're going to look into the outcome if they choose to act in that way. We're going to get a final message for both sides, and then we're going to pull a message for the United States. All right, guys? So that's what we're going to look into in this reading. Before we jump into this, don't forget to show me some love, like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate your love and support. All right, I'm not keeping them, but the two that fell out was the Empress and the Justice. Okay. Let's get a message for Israel. A message to Israel. Please, Spirit, message to Israel. Okay, Israel. This is showing itself in the dynamic of a toxic relationship, okay? You got the emperor. This is the masculine. This is, the protector, the provider, the leader, right? And then you have, like, a feminine who's very hot-headed, who thinks that they can do no wrong type of energy, okay? Now, this relationship is in very choppy waters right now, okay? And this one's out here. I'm getting like this image of like a couple like out at a bar or a club, and this one's like antagonizing other men, and this masculine's like, you know what? you have no business out here. Like, these men haven't done anything to us right now. Like, they haven't bothered us. So why are you over here antagonizing these other men, right? Because in the end, I'm the one who's going to have to fight them. And so this is something that continues to happen in this dynamic. And so this relationship is kind of like in choppy waters. And the message to Israel would be like, this one is going to leave you. You know, this, again, this is the way it's coming out on the card, in the cards, is almost like it's a unhealthy relationship, like a love relationship. But obviously, this is okay. Anyways, so when I'm getting the message to Israel is like, you better start acting right, or you're gonna be left out in the cold. This emperor is going to, leave you. That's the truth. That's the truth, okay? That's the message to Israel. Stop acting crazy and out here antagonizing other countries, because the one that's defending you is going to let you leave you there. Yeah, like, nah, you wanted to fight with these men, I told you to stop. You fight them then. It's going to be, and how are they going to do that is by, like, cutting off any kind of aid, support, whether it's through financial aid to Israel, or support, like speaking out for Israel on Israel's behalf. So that's the message to Israel. Okay, let's get a message to Iran. What would Spirit's message be to Iran? What are the messages the Spirit has for the Iranian leadership? I just saw the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles, I pushed it back in, which I should have taken it, but it popped out when I put the tower down. And so this is the message to Iran, that there's someone who's antagonizing, who's trying to pit one against the other, because they're trying to create a conflict, because of course, wars create money. People make money off of wars. So the ones who are profiting are the ones who are trying to create some kind of conflict and trying to antagonize one against the other, The message to Iran is to stay, like, put. Don't act. Because in doing so, it's going to block any kind of success that they want to have, whatever that looks like. And it doesn't seem to be anything, malicious against other countries. I think they just, it seems like some kind of betterment. Betterment, like, it could, like, okay. All right. They have two roads to take. Okay. They could take the road to war, And in doing that, war with Israel, because the United States, I don't know, they're gonna withdraw their support from Israel, but but that's not gonna happen right away. I think it's gonna be after. I don't know. It's like this is an abusive relationship. They justify staying with one another and supporting one another, and we're so in love, something like that. But at some point, the United States will withdraw its support from Israel. But that's not before there's some kind of destruction that takes place. So, war with Israel is guaranteeing, like, destruction for Iran. Okay? Now, if they choose not to go that route, they choose to focus more, on their the issues at home. It does have something to do with enriching themselves. But there's still issues at home that they need to address, and it could be like some kind of financial control over the population, making it hard for them, and it could have something to do with the way they treat women. So these are issues that need to be addressed. If they want to achieve some kind of financial success, they have to clean up this mess down here. Okay? One of the other things they have to do is something about like emotional intelligence when it comes to the men. That's what they need to work on. That's why they have these feelings towards women. This is why they oppress their women, because they haven't developed any emotional intelligence. And this could be many of the men in this country. And it has something to do with something from their childhood. It could have been, this is what we've always known. So learning to change the dynamic with the men will help this dynamic with the women. And it will help the mindset of the masculines, the men, the leadership. So they're not feeling the need to control, because men who control their women, their families, in that way that's how they rule the populations. If they're given power, that's how they rule. So this is what's needed from the leadership and the men of Iran. That's what it's saying. And it has to do with, the future generations. Because going in the same way is going to bring destruction to future generations. This crisis is coming to a head because of how the leadership have been leading. They just don't know. If they can't lead in their own lives, they're not going to be good leaders, on a bigger scale. But it's easier to hide and conceal what's done in your own home. So this is the message to Iran to achieve the growth, the success, and and to secure your country's future. This is necessary. This is what needs to be done. Okay, because this is where their focus really needs to be, in their own home, because there are outside forces who are trying to antagonize Iran and trying to antagonize Israel to create some kind of conflict, you know, to escalate the conflict. They want to hurt them enough, or hurt their pride enough to where they're gonna react. This is because these people know how to play and toy with these leaders' egos. Okay, you can't lead when your ego is not healthy. We all have egos. It's not a bad thing, but when you have an out of control ego, you don't make the best judgment calls. Okay, so those were the messages to Israel and Iran. Let's look into how do each side intend on moving forward. Let's pull a card for Israel and a card for Iran. I don't like this. I don't like this. Don't like this. So, Israel's, it looks like they're listening to Big Brother. You know, okay, Big Brother saying, look, just take this, calm down, it's going to be okay. But then we have Iran over here with the tower. Why is the tower here? This is what I don't like. They might want to attack. What's the Knight of Wands? Ten of Swords. Wow, okay. This is a warning to Iran. Okay, this is a warning to Iran. Okay, because when I pulled the cards earlier, they had two paths, right? One, go to war, and then they're going to lose. Okay? And not only are they going to lose, but this conflict where they lose out, other people are going to gain. And that's their goal. Right? They're okay. That's why they want this war to take place, because they know if Iran attacks, all they need is justification to go to war with Iran. The moment they do, they know, oh, okay, our pockets are about to get really fat, because they already know the United States is going to come to the aid of Israel. Once everything is destroyed, then that's when everybody's like, you know what, we have to pull out of this. But Iran, they're not gonna, no. Because the reason they're gonna be destroyed is because they were warned. They were warned not to do this. They were advised to embrace peace. They were advised that if moving forward with some kind of attack, all because they wanted to do this tit for tat, would drain them, their economies, and it would kind of throw the world into a conflict. So they were advised to walk away. So this is a warning for them to, they'd be smart in not responding to what Israel did. Because they gave them fair warning last time, but who's to say that they're going to do that again? You know what I mean? Israel's just like poking the bear. Yeah, see, here's the toxic bitch. And this is Israel, man. They want to bully. They want to, you know what? Oh my God. The United States, I'm interested in seeing what the message for the United States is going to be, because Israel is being like a toxic bitch right now. No lie. That's how it's coming out, because they're in bed, they're cheating on the United States because they know that they're going to get a cut from the wars that take place. It's like this is a secret affair that Israel's having with the oh my God, weapons manufacturers. Because whoever profits the most from whoever's going to profit the most is the one who is in bed with Israel. Maybe the United States doesn't know this. They're sneaking around. Judgment's going to be called, yo. It's like, This is going to... Wow. Iran would be smart to just kind of just let it be. Let it be, turn around and turn the other cheek in the situation, because Israel has some explaining to do to the United States. It's, they're going to have some infighting, So this would be a good time for Iran to just kind of focus on bettering their own country, their own, in ensuring the security of their people, and by healing their people. They have their own issues that they have to clean up at home, okay? They don't have time, or they, their economies are going to take a hit trying to fight with the neighbors. You clean your own home before you start fighting with the neighbors, okay? That's the message to them. How do they intend on moving forward? Like, they might not like how they have to move forward, but whatever the high priestess is telling you, it would be wise to walk away, okay? That's the message. Likely outcome, I think we already got the likely outcomes if they act and, move the way they... Well, likely outcome for Israel, because they got the Six of Cups. Like, they're listening to the United States, even if they don't want to. They have to be a healthy partner, or things are going to come to an end. Their partnership, their connection is going to come to an end. Okay? And they might not like that. Like, Iran didn't like the fact that they had to walk away. Israel might not like that they had to straighten up, or, the United States is threatening to end their partnership, their relationship with Israel. They might not like it, but that's what it is. Final message to Israel. Page of Swords in reverse. Oh man. Final message to Israel. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. This is like sneaky snakes. Sneaky, sneaky. This deception is definitely going to cause some kind of conflict. There was a third party. Didn't I say that that Israel was in kind of like cheating on the United States with the weapons manufacturer? You know, they have some kind of secret deal. Some kind of secret deal. If you go to war, you're going to get a big cut. They did it for money. They were bought. It's like Israel's prostituting themselves. And they're bringing home an STD to the United States. Damn. Yep. Unhappy home. Unhappy home. There was a lot of confusion. Yeah, Israel, man, they're getting caught up. This is the truth. This is the truth. You were supposed to be a wise partner. Judgment's about to be called, yo. We'll see. Iran, stay home, clean up your house. Israel and the United States have some stuff that they have to clear up. Okay, everybody has to go home. Let's forget about this and go home. You know, yeah, everybody has their own issues that they have to clean up. Yeah, we have the Page of Swords and the Five of, yeah, there's gonna be some arguments for sure. Okay, that was the message, final message to Israel, that your lover knows that you've been cheating on them. Final message to Iran. Final message to Iran. Focus on your families. Focus on your homes. Move away from wanting to react, because in doing so, everybody's going to go against you and you will lose. Okay? So if you're trying to pretend like you're going to be peaceful and then you're going to attack, the advice to Iran, you better walk away from that. You would be smart in walking away from that, okay? Because even though Israel and the United States might be fighting right now, they're still going to go full force against Iran, and it's going to, there will be no winners in this. Only the ones who was throwing the rock and hiding their hand, and these are the people who profit financially off of this conflict. Death and destruction makes them money. These are the only people who are going to benefit. Everyone else can go to hell. That's how they see it. They don't care about anything. As long as they're good, they have all the money, they have all the power, they're safe, they could give two fucks about what happens to anyone else around the world. Even in their own country, they don't give a fuck. So, final message to Iran. You'd be smart in walking away from any kind of conflict. Don't be a snake. Don't be trying to pretend like you're going to make peace and then secretly attack. You would be a fool to do that. The best thing to do is clean up your own home. Israel and the United States, go home, and you have to talk about the future of your relationship. Let's get a final message for the United States. Final message to the United States, please. Final message for the United States. We have them too, they have to walk away from, hold on, what's this? Ten of Swords. Okay, so any secret attacks that they might be planning or that Israel might be planning is going to the message to the United States, walk away. If you're planning, or if Israel's planning some kind of attack in secret and you know about it, the United States needs to stop it. It's making it hard for them to stop Israel because they're trying to play nice. Like, come on, sweetheart, let's just go home. Let's leave these gentlemen alone. Israel's like, no, fuck that, fuck you, you know, just, I don't know. I'm getting that vibe, that image of like people fighting at a club or at a bar, and that the man is not really being assertive. They're just like, come on, sweetie, come on, let's go get some ice cream. Yeah, you want to go get some ice cream? Let's, you know, let's just forget about this, and it'll be okay soon. I'll run you a nice salt bath, and just, you can relax. I'll light some candles and I'll feed you ice cream. And Israel's just like, you know, putting their hair up and talking shit. And the message to the United States is like, you know how Israel will react, and being nice and sweet about it is making it harder for you to stop this. But this is going to throw the world into conflict. The wisdom, that the advice that you're getting to embrace peace is what's going to bring you success, because doing secret sabotage is going to only bring death. This is what the high priestess is warning these leaders. Move away from the conflict. The relationship with your partner, with Israel, is choppy because Israel has been being deceptive. So you might have some conflict with Israel, because you're finding out that they were doing some stuff behind the scenes, and they thought that, well, we're in a partnership, you're just gonna have to back me up. And the United States is like, well, not really. And it's because Israel has been secretly in cahoots with some kind of entity that profits off of war. So the United States, you need to figure out what's going on with Israel. They've been hiding stuff from you. Yeah. And you have to check your alliances carefully, because people can drag you, other groups, other countries, other leaders can drag you into something that you weren't aware of. There might be they might feel defensive, like they're feeling like they're going to have to defend themselves, because the United States is finding out that they're partnering with someone else, and it is for money. There's that Queen of Wands again. The toxic lover. That's Israel. Damn. Israel, or the United States is in a toxic relationship with Israel, and they're going to have to clean this up, man. They're going to have to clean it up. They're going to have to put their foot down, be assertive, and stop trying to get them to walk away by trying to convince them that ice cream is the solution, you know, or a cookie, or, you know, that's kind of the energy I've been getting when I've been pulling on Israel. So that's the message to the United States, man. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate and thank you for your love and your support. All right, guys, I will see you guys next time.